David went off to Georgia, and where Lenny had gone, his brother had gone to school to play football, and David was the manager up there. David married Jane. They were married 2 weeks before us, and they came back to Ocala. We saw them at Mass, and hey David, I haven't seen you in 4 years, 5 years, that kind of deal. David was with police department. Jane was with the sheriff's department. And then Jane became a teacher, my wife and I were both in teaching. And so we palled around and seen our kids grow up. Both these girls went to the school where I was principal. Hey guys, George Tomyn here, Florida High School Athletic Association, a longtime friend of David Ellspermann's. And David, thank you for letting us participate in this. And by the way, congratulations on your great service toward our community as a public servant for the last many, many years. You are appreciated. No, you're not getting off that easy, Ellspermann. And I do have a few appropriately worded phrases. Others might call them censored comments, but I'll go through here. But anyway, thank you for doing this virtually, David. It's really good that you did it this way because, David, I don't want to hurt your feelings. If this had been in person, not many people would have shown up at all. I might have been the only one that showed up. Well, who is watching this anyway? Is your wife maybe watching this? You know, she's been awful patient with you. Perhaps you paid a grandson to sit with you to watch this. I'm not real sure about that. I bet your 2 daughters are watching this. I've been a faithful fishing partner of David for many, many years. And again, probably way too many years. Can you imagine what it's like to sit in a boat with him alone, just the 2 of you for hours at a time? At any rate, I've been very patient with that also. At any rate, David truly is a great fisherman. He just can't catch worth a tooth. So we don't call him a catcher man at all. As a matter of fact, his wife and daughters have always received my fish because I've tried to feed his family with the fish that I've caught. In his retirement years, I guess I'll keep going with you, David, and trying to teach you. Perhaps you'll learn how to catch a fish every now and then. Well, actually, I can't tell a lie because David did catch a fish one time, and it was such a momentous occasion that our club named that particular place the Clerk's Hole. And we frequent that place, and nobody's ever caught any more fish there. But anyway, we call it the Clerk's Hole. And speaking of clerk, I've always had this question. Do any of you really know what a clerk does? Let's think about that for a minute. I have met a lot of wonderful clerks in my day. One of my favorite places to go, and I'm there 4 or 5 times a week, is Publix. And those clerks there, they're very friendly. They know exactly what to do, where to send me. They're perfect people. And I'm also, since I work in Gainesville, we've got a great Bass Pro place up here, and I slip by there once or twice a month. And their clerks there are knowledgeable. They show me where the gun section is. They know where the fishing equipment is. They're really knowledgeable. So the Bass Pro clerks are really super guys. And then I'm also a prolific reader, and I always go to Barnes & Nobles. And those clerks there are absolutely fantastic. They help me a great deal. So I know what clerks do and what a clerk is supposed to do. What does the clerk of the court do? Does he go with the judge and check out the groceries at Publix? Does the clerk help the attorneys find the gun section at Bass Pro? Perhaps the clerk shows the jurors where to get good books that are on sale at Barnes & Noble. I'm not real sure. Anyway, you know what? Every time I ask David what the clerk does, dead silence. Never says a word. And I really can't think of much else to say at this point, except Jane, Lisa, and Aaron, be proud of the old clerk, whatever it is that he did and whatever he calls himself, I'm not sure. Be patient with him in his old age. Put him out on a railroad track, point him toward my house. He'll stumble in my backyard half a day or a day or 2 later, and I'll take care of him at that time and bring him home when he's hungry. Grandsons, convince him to take you fishing every now and then. You'll probably have to bait his hook for him. You might even have to reel it in. I hope you catch some fish and you can show him how to fish. And I'll be there supporting you. I think I'm done for now. See you around, buddy.